Sophia Reynolds, heiress to Reynolds International, had wealth, prestige, and a future written in contracts. Yet luxury felt like a cage. During a business trip to the Middle East, she slipped away for a taste of freedom, paragliding above the golden dunes. The sky turned suddenly violent. Winds tore at her parachute, dragging her into a raging sandstorm. She spiraled downwards, crashing hard in the endless desert. Dizzy and bruised, Sophia rose to find only silence, heat, and miles of emptiness. Her phone displayed no signal. Hours crawled by. Just as despair settled in, the crunch of boots cut through the storm. A tall soldier approached, dark uniform sharp against the swirling sand. His gaze was wary, commanding. "Who are you?" His accent was crisp, his tone edged with suspicion. "This land is restricted." Sophia swallowed hard. I don't know how I got here. Please, help me." The man studied her, eyes narrowing. By law, he should arrest her. Foreign intruders here vanished into cells where embassies had no reach. But instead, he gave a short nod. "Follow me," he ordered, "and speak to no one." She hesitated, fear prickling her skin, but she had no choice. As the storm raged behind them, Sophia realized she had stepped not into safety, but into a secret that might entangle them both. Captain Amir Hassan had just made a decision that would alter both their destinies. Amir led her through twisting desert paths until a crumbling stone outpost appeared, half buried in sand. Its ruins offered cover from patrols and prying eyes. "This is where you stay," he said, voice low but firm. Inside, the room was barren. Dust, cracked walls, a single cot. Sophia wrapped her arms around herself. "Why are you helping me? You could have turned me in." Amir's jaw tightened. "If I did, you'd disappear. This way, you have a chance." He vanished at dawn each day, returning with bread, dates, and water. Though stern, he placed his jacket over her shoulders at night when the desert froze. Slowly, the silence between them cracked. She told him of skyscrapers and neon cities, of a life where freedom was normal. He listened as though memorizing each word. One night, under stars sharp as glass, she caught him pulling a forbidden shortwave radio from beneath a stone. Soft Western music drifted through static. "You could be executed for that," Sophia whispered. Amir's lips curved faintly. "Some things are worth the risk." The soldier she feared was now something else. A man carrying his own hidden longing. Against reason, her guarded heart began to stir. Sophia's presence grew riskier each day. Patrols passed closer, their engines rumbling across the dunes. Amir drilled her in silence. Where to hide, how to breathe quietly, how not to leave footprints. She obeyed, though fear lingered in her chest. But fear was not the only thing growing. Conversations stretched longer. She teased him about his solemn nature. He countered with dry wit. Sometimes, she caught his gaze lingering, quickly averted. "Do you ever wish you could leave?" she asked once, voice hushed. Amir paused. "Every day. But leaving isn't freedom. It's betrayal. My family, they'd pay the price." The words struck her. His loyalty wasn't blind. It was bound by love and responsibility. Sophia's heart ached. For the first time, her wealth felt shameful, useless in the face of his sacrifices. That night, she dreamed of city lights with Amir beside her. When she awoke, the fantasy lingered like a secret promise. But danger came swiftly. At dawn, Amir returned tense, breath ragged. "A new unit is sweeping the border. They must not find you. If they do, neither of us will survive." Sophia's blood turned cold. The desert had become a prison, but she wasn't alone in it anymore. She was tethered to the one man risking everything to protect her, at a cost she feared they'd soon both pay. The next afternoon, the sound of vehicles shattered the desert stillness. Soldiers spilled across the dunes, their shouts carried by the wind. Amir grabbed Sophia's wrist. "Hide. Do not breathe until I return." He shoved her into a hollow beneath the outpost's broken floorboards, covering the opening with sacks of grain. Darkness pressed in around her as boots thundered above. Through the cracks, she heard voices, demanding, suspicious. Amir's replies were calm, steady. No one has passed this way, only tracks from the storm. Sophia's heart pounded so hard she feared they'd hear it. Dust fell onto her face as one soldier stomped overhead. Then silence stretched, agonizing, endless. Finally, the boots receded. The engines roared away. When Amir lifted the sacks, Sophia's tears spilled freely. They would have killed us both. His hand brushed her cheek briefly, almost without thought. Then don't give them reason to find you. The moment lingered. His fingers warm, his eyes shadowed with something unspoken. Sophia's chest ached with emotions she didn't dare name. That night, they sat in silence beneath the stars. Words felt dangerous, but the air between them hummed with everything unsaid. For the first time, Sophia understood the fragility of their bond. It wasn't only discovery that threatened them now. It was the undeniable pull of hearts crossing a line more forbidden than any border. The near discovery changed everything. Sophia no longer dreamed of waiting. Each day in hiding was a gamble. She wanted freedom, but not at the cost of Amir's life. "Come with me," she whispered one night. "You don't belong in this cage. You deserve more." His expression hardened, torn. "Sophia, I cannot. My family, my oath. If I vanish, they will suffer." Her throat tightened. "And if they find me here, you'll suffer anyway." The silence was suffocating. He turned away, fists clenched. She reached for his hand, and this time he didn't pull back. His fingers intertwined with hers, rough and steady. "I cannot promise escape," Amir said finally. "But I can promise this. I will not let them take you." The words settled like an oath carved into the night. Days later, opportunity arrived. Amir overheard talk of an old smuggler's route across the mountains. Dangerous, nearly impassable, but it was a chance. Sophia's pulse raced with both hope and fear. Freedom lay ahead, but so did risk. And even if they reached the border, what then? Her heart ached with a truth she could no longer deny. She didn't want to leave him behind. The escape began under moonlight. Sophia and Amir moved silently through shifting dunes, every step a gamble. The desert stretched endless, a sea of silver and shadow. Hours turned into days. Sandstorms battered them, and hunger gnawed at their strength. Yet neither spoke of surrender. Their bond, unspoken but fierce, carried them forward. On the third night, the glow of distant lights shimmered across the horizon. Freedom. Sophia's breath caught. But behind them, shouts erupted. Patrols had caught their trail. Gunfire cracked through the night. Amir pulled her down behind a dune, shielding her with his body. "You go," he urged, eyes burning. "Run to the lights." Tears blurred her vision. "Not without you." His grip tightened. For once, the soldier's mask slipped, and his voice trembled. "Sophia, you're my only freedom." In that moment, with death closing in, she pressed her lips to his. The kiss was desperate, defiant, a promise carved in fire and sand. Somehow, by dawn, they reached the border. Beyond lay safety, but crossing meant leaving everything behind. Amir stood at the edge, torn between duty and desire. Then, silently, he stepped forward. Hand in hand, they vanished into the new horizon. Two souls bound by a love forbidden, but unstoppable, whispered forever beneath the desert sky. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heartfelt tales of love, healing, and second chances. Your support means the world.